Fellas, so we've heard about this WWE game that's never really gone anywhere, but from the talks of Stephanie McMahon, and this was years ago, because I'm talking about Stephanie McMahon making announcements here now. But very interesting stuff. We don't know what this RPG game was going to be about, but I certainly do have a little description here on my end. WWE has signed a deal to make an official wrestling role playing game with an official reveal coming soon. So it's a role playing game. So we get GTA and WWE. Revealed in WWE's latest earnings call, excuse me, Stephanie McMahon said
You all right,
gaming
bro?
was a priority for the company. Yes, I am, sir. As 80% of its audience are gamers, and it would be expanding that division with the new RPG. Recently signed a deal in the role playing game space that will be announced soon. So this is definitely different than anything we've gotten. I think I based on the description. You know what I'm saying? It's honestly a travesty that we didn't hear nothing about it because I'm actually kind of interested here in role playing in a wrestling game. Like, what that mean, dog? Like, does that mean that I'm gonna be able to do the Lita and Edge and then, you know what I'm
Whoa,
saying, get
no,
the
not that
wrestling the
kind of
next
role
day?
play. Not that
You
kind
know
of
what I'm
role
saying,
play.
dog? Yeah, man, Kenny, let's go on ahead start with you, man. What you think of this, man?
Bro, for a long time, my favorite type of games were RPGs. I still play them to this day, and I still love them to death. I know my boy Kiddo Valentine. He was playing Yakuza
Oh
Infinite
yeah.
Wealth.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful game. And if they did make a wrestling game like this, it could be amazing, man. It could be amazing. Like, we always wanted some type of open world wrestling game. Or personally, for me, if I could create my wrestler and kind of like go just walk the streets or whatever, go to restaurants, go to different levels of indie events and kind of like build him up to get to the WWE. Once you get to the WWE, you got to keep working yourself up. There's a lot they can do with the RPG
Mm-hmm.
game when it comes to wrestling because it's so skilled based. And I'm just hoping it was like 3 years ago this article came out, Brian, right? I believe so.
May 9th, 2022, so just over 2 years.
So that doesn't mean it's dead. That means this game could still be on the horizon. I don't know when or who's making it or when it could be coming out, but this could be exactly what we need from WWE because Battlegrounds didn't work. Kiddo,
Ooh, that was.
yeah, it was rough. But you like RPG games as well, Kiddo. Am I right when I say that?
You're absolutely right. My favorite type of games are RPG games, Witcher 3, Cyberpunk, Skyrim, any type of RPG. I'm absolutely a sucker for it. And an RPG WWE game, give that to me right now. But obviously, we're not getting it. It was back in this, announcement was back in 2022. And while we've not heard like any announcement of an RPG, I gotta also point out that we didn't hear it get it canceled either. Like before the video, we did a whole bunch of research and there's nothing confirming that they have stopped working on this game. Maybe it's in the back burner. Maybe it's gonna come out because Stephanie is slowly getting more and more used and like back into the company in some ways. They're showing her on camera and stuff like they used to. So I do hope that it's still somewhere behind in the lab getting cooked or in a good way. It comes out. Like there was this one WWE game. I don't even remember the name of it, but I think it was in like Nintendo DS or something, and it was like an actual WWE RPG. You would have it was like a Persona game. If you guys know what like Persona is,
Love Persona 5.
yeah, you could like sleep. You can go to the hospital to heal up. Like you had storylines with Kelly. It was really
Oh, this actually
JRPG.
came out?
Yeah, this actually came out. Like this is an old game. I don't even remember the
Wow, I
name,
never heard
what console, but like we're talking 2007, 8, something like that. Maybe even older than that. I'm not sure, but that idea, kind of like a Persona and WWE mashup, but with PlayStation 5, actual good graphics and modern gameplay. I would play the hell out of that because one of my favorite games of all time is when it comes to wrestling is the Matt Dickey games, and that's like an RPG game, kinda.
Yeah, you can die, right?
You
Can't
can
you die
you
in
can
that game?
absolutely die. Used to be able to like rip people's hands off or like get him amputated. Like you could go absolutely crazy in that game, and you can even do free roam. Like, imagine again that type of game, just a Matt Dickey game with a bigger budget, with an actual close to AAA budget. I think it would cook. And like nowadays, the gaming industry is really into live service games where we're gonna release this and it's gonna go on for 10 years. This game would be perfect for that. So
Perfect, X.
Yeah,
Especially if you have some type of like MMO element to it, where you can like interact with other people who are wrestling fans, or playing through the RPG. I think
like
that could be real good.
GTA Online, but in a WWE game, and then you can just like RKO people out of nowhere. There you
On the
go,
street.
man.
You
Yeah,
jump off the
yeah,
car, RKO,
yeah.
boom. But I will say this, kiddo.
Hmm.
With this announcement being in 2022, this was after the pandemic. This is when WWE 2K22 came out, so they just started releasing their games again. I think a big point of that article we just read is the fact that Stephanie McMahon announced that they signed a deal. That means pen was put to paper. So
Yeah.
I
True.
think this game is absolutely coming out. I don't know when. If it's an RPG, then they're going to have to take their time on it, because if when she announced it, that's when they first started working on it. That means they're only into about 2 years of development. So it can take some time, but this is a game I expect to see released by WWE. And honestly, this one I'm really excited for more than any other wrestling game on the horizon.
But let me point out real quickly, we don't even know if it's in development. That could have been like pre-development, and maybe it
Right.
started development last year. You know, we don't know.
True.
I mean, the thing is, there's keyword, and it was supposed to be showcased soon. With an
Right.
official reveal coming soon. This was posted about
Official
2
reveal, yeah.
years ago. So, when they talked about that, there probably was something that they've seen, but so much has changed in the WWE since these 2 years ago when this was talked about or announced, that it wouldn't be a surprise to me, bro, if this was scrapped. Unfortunately,
If that pin goes to paper, it's a wrap. Unless
Could
they're going
be.
to pay to get out of the contract.
that
It
too.
could be scrapped though, like Brian says. Yeah.
I mean, bro,
But
so much has changed
again,
since.
soon is such a soon. Like they always say, coming soon.
Yeah.
How far is
I mean, the thing
Come
with
on, y'all. We
soon,
gotta be hopeful here. It's gotta happen.
soon
I
is
would
super,
love it.
Soon is super subjective, to be fair. Like soon can mean tomorrow, soon can mean 4 months from now, a year from now.
Yeah.
Like soon is just so. I just don't want to get my hopes too high for this, because we've never heard about it again. You know, like
Let's
if
hope it's not a
if they were open to talking about it back then, why not talk about it now?
Yeah. No word on it.
Like
No
nothing.
word on it.
So
And
that's the
who's
only
making
thing.
it?
I feel like do you guys ever see, especially nowadays, a game called WWE Brawl? Like it was a canceled game.
Yeah. I saw it before. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think they put it in a few magazines before it disappeared.
Yeah. Like that was almost completed, looked like, by some of the builds. Do you feel like this is gonna be the case for this RPG game too?
The
Or
thing-
maybe they'll build some of the assets here and use it for other games. I don't know.
Could be very possible. The thing is that we've never like seen anything. So like this is just all words, and it was
Yeah.
something that was announced by a huge higher up in Stephanie McMahon at the time. So like for me, as like I got no faith.
Well, maybe it could be like what if they put this in a 2K game? Maybe it was 2K they signed to do this, and it's something they were building in the background for their new My Rise or some type of campaign, and they just put it in the 2K game as their story mode.
I don't know.
I don't know, because there was
Think it would have been completely standalone.
there was a different guy who wrote the 2K stuff this year.
I mean, like, even WWE 2K games are made by Visual Concepts. This
Right.
RPG game was probably going to be made by another studio under
Yeah.
2K.
I agree.
So
Either that
I don't
or
think-
or
yeah.
just another like studio just in general.
True.